Welcome to the Zen Zone. 7 a.m. here. Gonna get you a desk video. Some people don't like the videos where I'm talking at the desk, but guys, I have tons of riding footage, tons of race footage, all posted this month and more to come. These, if you don't like this sort of video, you can just look at my other videos. Tons of other videos. The question I've been getting a lot is what I think about the Rocket, and I keep forgetting about this little guy. Guys, my opinion on all three of these little EUCs, the Falcon, the Aero, and the Rocket. This is just my opinion, okay? I feel like there's a lot of hype with them right now, and they're good for Europe. Like, if you're in Europe and you just want a bike trail or a bike path sort of wheel, or, man, the use case for them, for me, is very, very small. Like, here in Vegas, I just don't know what I would do with it. The Aero specifically, it's just so pretty. Like, I wouldn't want to take it off-roading. I'm curious how well it holds up against getting dirt in there. But even so, I think it's purely like a stunt wheel, which, man, I'm not bullish on it as a stunt wheel as either. I think there are better options. Small EUCs in general, I'm just not a big fan of them. You don't have a good leg to your legs don't have enough surface area to really feel like you're connected to the machine. It feels like you could just lose it real easily. Even my Patent S, which I absolutely love, it is borderline too small. If I had a Lynx, I wouldn't even ride my Patent S. I'm 5'9", and it is just on the edge of being too small, and it's just not as enjoyable because I don't have as much surface area to manipulate. That's for racing, that's for off-roading, that's for everything. Like, there's just not enough surface area. And that's why I really don't like the super small EUCs, because they just are ankle crankers and they're not fun for me to ride. Like, it's not enjoyable because I don't know. So the Extremebull and the Aero, they're even small. In the Falcon, I used to ride around the Falcon, and what I'd use it for was just a last minute commute. Staying in a hotel, it's super easy to lift upstairs because in Spain, like there's not always elevators, so you might have to carry it up, and then that's when these have a use cases. If you have stairs, all right, you don't have an elevator like Psycho. He lives on a top floor. Like, if he had the Aero, it'd be really good for him because he could just lift it up and keep it inside. And yeah, that is the only really use case. And a lot of people will agree with me. A lot of the more like heavy level riders, they're so niche, and the amount of riding you'll actually like, people are gonna get this wheel and they're gonna ride it for like a couple days, and then it's probably gonna just sit in their closet, and they might actually use it from time to time for like a specific purpose. But for $2,000, man, I just feel like there's better options. But let's give the Extremebull its fair shake here. All right, so it has 400 watts more than the Aero, but it's also almost $400 more. So it has more voltage. All right. Again, guys, with the small EUCs, you could have made this 84 volts, and if you give it to two new riders, they're probably not going to tell much of a difference, and they're not going to be taking it to the top speed, free spin of 79 miles an hour. So this could potentially go 60 miles an hour. That's super dangerous, man, because you're not really that connected to the wheel. So braking's, I got to try it, but I just really am not bullish on. This is my own personal preference. I'm not trying to take your hype away, but if you're new, like the more advanced riders, we like having more surface area for our legs to manipulate the wheel. This is like all in your ankles, and it's a good looking wheel. And if I could choose between the Aero and this, I would probably actually take the Aero. I mean, it looks better, it weighs a lot less, so it'd be easier to carry up the stairs. I mean, a 61-pound small wheel is not really a small wheel, even though it's a small wheel. The Aero at least has way better weight. What is the weight of the Aero? And it's $400. That's $400 less. So you do not need to go faster than 35 miles on these small wheels. You are crazy if you're going 60 miles an hour. It's just crazy to me. So this has 70 millimeters of suspension travel. Let's check that out too. And 2,000-watt motor. And it just looks better. So I would 100. Why would you pay more for the Extremebull unless you're really planning? Maybe it could be a race wheel. Like, but I'm learning the hard way that the patent, which has less voltage than this, but and less top speed, I guess. This could go faster than the patent, but it feels like you're just not going to have much control of this wheel. I could be wrong. I want to see somebody race it. That could be cool on the tighter sort of circuits. But man, on the high speed circuits, even though it can go high speeds, it could technically go faster than my Sherman now. I just feel like, I don't know, you're just not going to have that much control of it. I could be wrong. I haven't ridden this wheel. I could totally be wrong. Maybe this is the new meta for racing wheels for smaller peoples like myself. Maybe we can. And those small wheels, man, the torque does feel amazing. But I'm skeptical of both of these wheels for like long-term use. I feel like there's just a lot of hype with them. There's a lot of propaganda, let's call it, with the small wheels this year. I mean, for kids, they're good wheels, because they have smaller legs. Or if you're a shorter person, maybe then. Because then you're having per body ratio, you're having more leg connected. What's the suspension? Oh, this has a Bluetooth speaker. 16.4 tire. So this has more suspension travel. This has more specs all around, but for $400 more, it's just for the price, $2,200. Just get a V14. You're really close to V14 range for that price, and you get a little bit more surface connection. Are there any 18-inch wheels in this price range? I guess the new Nikola. This is the same size as the Patton S and V14. So it is bigger than both of them. What is the most affordable 18-inch wheel you can get? Is this the Nosfet Apex, the most affordable 18-inch wheel you can get? What I want personally, maybe the Big Goat Blitz. 2,000. That's a good price. Is this? Oh, it's only 134 volts. That's still pretty good, though. I mean, 95 miles per hour free spin, that's insane. So, this could be, I'm curious what is the best 18-inch wheel to buy right now, because you need this surface area for your pads, for your legs to feel connected to it. And with the smaller wheels, you just don't get it. I don't like small wheels. Like I said, my patent is borderline too small. Just borderline. It's on the edge. It's on the edge. I'm not trying to take anything away from these wheels, but I mean, what are you really going to be using it for? Like a stunt type of skate park wheel. Maybe you have stairs that you have to walk up, and it just sounds nice to carry up this lighter wheel. It looks good, so maybe you could bring new people in. But I still feel like even new people, you want to put them on a wheel that has more surface area. For me, man, I think I already talked about this in another video. If I was getting a new wheel, it'd be that V9. How much is it on next gen? $12.99, man. And this is all you need for new people riding. This is, how much does it weigh? 48 pounds. How much is the Aero? 48 pounds. Where's the weight? 50. So the V9 here is lighter, so it's easier to carry up the stairs. It does not look as good, although I liked the way it looked when I was actually riding it. And it has more features. It has security features, less suspension travel. Does it have less? I think it's 10 millimeters less. Tubeless tire. So, and this is maybe the 50 GB, so it doesn't have the 50S sills. But you don't really need all that. It's such a good price. If you're a new rider, this is a better option overall. I still feel like this is the best value EUC. Now, a lot of these manufacturers are, well, not a lot of them, but they're kind of mad at me because I'm not going to even include that part. V13 for $3,000. That seems like a pretty good price. All right, I don't really know, man, because these are just my opinion. I know a lot of people just want me to hype it up with them, but like if I don't like a wheel, I'm not going to hype it up, like as much. Now maybe I get on it and I fall in love with it, but I just don't understand how I could if I already have the patent, which is just, it's a small wheel too, not as small, and it's on the edge of me not liking it. And then the super small wheels like this, I just don't even want to have anything to do with them. Like if you could bring it on the plane or something and it had some use case, okay, but they're just so uncomfortable to ride. I don't not like them. I don't even think they're good for beginners or teaching people to ride. You need the surface area. You need this 18-inch tire to feel more stable. This wheel, I like that 16. That's a good price too. But for this V9 is $500, $400 cheaper. 400, 300. My math is not good. Yeah, something like that. $600 cheaper. So, and this is only $16.89. Man, Next Gen has some amazing prices. Affiliate link below. They have the best prices. This is the way to beat the tariffs right now. Oh, it's sold out. Sold out, unfortunately. All right, guys. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are. Am I being too harsh on the small wheels? Am I allowed to only really like the wheels that I like? Do I have to like hype up a wheel that I don't want to hype up? People have been asking me my thoughts on the Extremebull compared to the Aero. Between the two, I would take the Aero. I don't need a 168 volt small wheel. That just seems insane to me. Now, if someone rips around a tight circuit and beats me in a race easily and is keeping up with the other 168 volt wheels with bigger tires, which I just don't think that my problem with the racing, the patent against the X-Way and the Blitz Pro, I don't think it's the torque, because the torque is insane on the Patent S. Like when we're like torquing it, I'm right up there with them. But when it comes to the turn, I just don't have as much tire surface area to get into my turns. So my cornering is the weakness. You know, I can quarter really good with the Patent S, but not as good as that bigger tire. So I don't think it's going to be a racing wheel based off my experience. I could be wrong. I would love to see. I would love to just have a small wheel race. Let's get the Aero out there. Well, this will win a small wheel race, likely. Maybe not, because if you don't need all this speed, all that torque. This will probably just feel as torquey. I'm sure that whoever reviews this will be like, "Oh yeah, it's way." I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's coming. All right. I would actually love to have this Panther. Out of all these wheels on here, I would like the V9 for teaching people. The F18 I'm interested in. If just 151 volts, we have so many 151 volt wheels that can do pretty much everything this can do, except for the speakers. That would be sweet. That would be sweet. The Panther, I think, is the one I'd want most on here. I would almost trade my Panther or my Lynx, my Sherman L, for a Panther, for basically just one reason, and that's that bigger tire. I love 22-inch tires. I love them, and the suspension on this was good. I would race this so well on the bigger circuits. I would definitely love this wheel. And then for like a race wheel, it's got to be the X-Way or the Blitz Pro, which I don't actually see on here. But I want the same sort of suspension the Panther has on the X-Way or the Blitz Pro, which I don't see them on here. So I don't know that Next Gen is getting those. And those are two of the best racing wheels right now, the X-Way and the Blitz Pro. All right, guys, that's my 2 cents. Let me know your 2 cents below. Help me out with the algorithm by leaving a like, a comment, sharing out the video. I am the only EUC content creator in the world that is trying to bring you daily videos. Whether you agree with my opinions or not, I don't mind. Like, I'm open to debate. I'm open to being wrong. I love, like, not necessarily love being wrong, but I like when someone opens my mind to new perspectives. When I see a race wheel that I didn't think was going to be a race wheel dominate. So I am open to all perspectives and use cases. If you have a specific use case that I missed, let me know in the comments below. I really appreciate all you. To become a member, it's only $2 a month. It really helps me out. You get a cool badge, get all kinds of cool features. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, stay in the Zen Zone.